The following matchup is presented and played with Hockey Blast Express, a product of Play Games LLC, copyright 2023, all rights reserved. And welcome back, everybody, as we get set for Game 2 of this time frame matchup between the 1976-77 Montreal Canadiens and the 2011-2012 Winnipeg Jets. As you guys can see by the time frame score, the Canadiens currently lead this time frame matchup, winning last game by a final of 6-0. And they have now taken a 1-game-to-none time frame advantage in this time frame matchup. With that being said, let's get right into Game 2. Your starting netminders for this game is going to be Ken Dryden in net for the Habs, and Andrei Pavlich will stay in net for the Jets. Without further ado, let's get right into Game 2. Will the clock operator please start the clock? We're going to begin with a home scoring chance of a 15. It reads, visitor goalie must make shot save. So a 2 or a 3 with a dot will make the stop for Ken Dryden. It won't, and the Jets get on the board. It's 1-0. Let's see who scored the goal. 12. All right, so we're going to roll a die with 6 as a reroll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 will be a reroll. Player number 5, that's Dustin Byfuglien scoring the goal. And it will be 2 assists handed out, 2 assists will be handed out on the play. I do want to keep at least the triangle and that circle out there. So it's going to go to Antropov and Andrew Ladd are going to be your assist takers in this one. And we will stay put in this segment with a quality check, I should say, between players 3 and 4. That's Brian Little and Bill Nyrop. The quality we're looking for is speed. It looks like both have speed, and we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Another home scoring chance. This time it'll be a 23. Visitor goalie must make spec save. Ken Dryden is not known for this, so a 1 or a 2 will do so. It won't, and the Jets will take a 2-0 lead. Let's see who scored the goal. All right, another choice. Roll a die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 is a reroll. Number 1, that's Evander Kane who will score the goal for the Jets. 2 assists will be handed out in the play. Wellwood and Bogosian will be your assist takers on this. It'll be Enstrom and Wellwood for the Evander Kane goal. And it's 2-0 Jets. And right away, I see this as a little payback from last game. Quality check between players 5 and anybody on the ice for the Habs. That's Dustin Byfuglien. The quality we're looking for is smart. So pick your poison between anybody on the ice. How about we'll go right across from them with Bouchard, as both guys have smart, and we will move on to the next segment here in this one. We got ourselves a quality check. This time it'll be between players 2 and 4, Blake Wheeler and Guy Lapointe. The quality we're looking for is skill. Both Wheeler and Lapointe have skill, and we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Quality check. This time it'll be between both players in 3. That's Jacques Lemaire and Alexander Burmistrov. The quality we're looking for is power. Neither Lemaire or Burmistrov has power, and that's going to do it for the first period here in Winnipeg. as the Jets take a 2-0 lead after the first 20 minutes of game two. Quality check as we get set for a battle between players 2 and 5 for hit. Antropov and John Van Boxmeer. The quality again we're looking for is hit. Neither Antropov or Van Boxmeer will seal up the deal on this one, as both do not have hit, and we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Quality check between anybody on the ice for the Jets against player number 3. That's Doug Reesborough. The quality we're looking for is smart. Two guys have smart because Reesborough is not going to win this one. So it's either Wellwood or Enstrom. It's Wellwood. And it will be Enstrom taking it. So Enstrom will win the battle for smart over Doug Reesborough. And as he moves in on Ken Dryden to hopefully net a 5 or a 6 with a dot to make the stop. And he does so to keep this game right where it's at, of a score of 2-0. And we will move on to the next segment. Oh, and 555. So this is going to be a fight plus a momentum shot. It looks like, do we have takers? No, unfortunately we don't. So what that means, if one or both teams had no player with a fight rating, in this case Montreal, does not have a player out there with a fight rating. So therefore, no fight happens. It's a no action result, and we will move on to the next segment. We got ourselves a visitor scoring chance of a 41. Visitor player in 4, that's Bill Nyrop. He creates a goal for his team with a quality roll of speed or a triangle. Although Bill Nyrop does not have a triangle, he does have speed, and that is well enough to move on in to Andre Pavlich to hopefully net a 3 or a 4 with a dot to make the stop. It won't, and the Habs are on the board. It's 2-1, courtesy of Bill Nyrop. Still in the Jets' favor, with 2 assists coming out on the play. Lafleur and Mahavlich will assist Bill Nyrop on the 2-1 tally, but it's still in the Jets' favor. As we move on to the next portion of this segment with a home scoring chance of a 64. Home defense stop breakaway chance. Breakaway chance. Visitor goalie must make spec save. So 1 or 2 will do so for Ken Dryden. And it will, so nobody flips, and we'll move on to the next period. After 40 minutes to play, your score is Winnipeg 2 and Montreal 1. We got ourselves a quality check to begin this third period between players 4 and 1. That's Zach Bogosian and Maury Wilson. The quality we're looking for is star. Neither Bogosian or Wilson have star, and we will move on to the next we'll move on to the next segment here in this one. Quality check between anybody on the ice for the Jets against player number 1, that's Yvonne Lambert. The quality we're looking for is power. So between 4 guys besides Wellwood, it's either Glass, Slater, Oduya, or Bufflin. Oduya just flipped, just came up, so we'll leave him alone. So it's down between either Glass, Slater, or Bufflin. We'll have the red die decide. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Again, that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, that's Tanner Glass. So he will win the battle with Yvonne Lambert for power, it'll be a tie as both have power, I should say. I'm getting ahead of myself. So with that being said, we will move on to the next segment with a quality check between players 2 and 5. That's Wellwood and Bouchard. The quality we're looking for is speed. Kyle Wellwood does have speed, so he's going to be moving in on Ken Dryden to hopefully net a 5 or a 6 with a dot to make the stop. A 6 with a blank won't do it. It is a 3-1 game, courtesy of the Jets. And Kyle Wellwood will be the lucky player to get the goal. Two assists will be handed out on the play. Bufflin and how about Ladd? So Bufflin will get the first assist, Ladd will get the secondary assist, as Kyle Wellwood will score the goal for his team. We'll stay put in this segment with another home scoring chance. This time it'll be between players 2 and 6. Oh, Bouchard needs to, I think he needs to flip. It is going to be between, or excuse me, it's a home scoring chance. Sorry. A 26 choice home player rolls for a goal using shot stars +2. I have got to give that to Evander Kane. A 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 will do so. It will do so, and it's a 4-1 lead for the Jets, courtesy of Evander Kane. One assist will be handed out on the play. Blake Wheeler will assist Evander Kane on the goal. And we will move on to the next segment, or excuse me, move on to the next portion, I should say, and right here in this segment. Quality check between players 5 and 1. The quality we're looking for is smart. 5-1, that's Enstrom and Gainey. Both players have smart, and we will move on to the next segment here in this one. Penalty check between players 5 and 3. That's Bufflin and Lemaire. It looks like Dustin Bufflin will go to the box as Jacques Lemaire will move in on Andrei Pavlich, as he will need to make a 3 or a 4 with a dot to make the stop. He won't, and it's 4-2, courtesy of Jacques Lemaire, courtesy of a power play goal. 2 assists will be handed out on the play. Lapointe and Roberts. We'll say those guys will assist Jacques Lemaire on the power play goal. And all of a sudden, this has become a ball game, folks. No lead is safe here in this one. Not a home scoring chance. Sorry, a visitor scoring chance of a 56. Any home player with a square stops a visitor goal. We have a contender here, Johnny Oduya. Let's see if he has that square. Dot, he does. And he does so. Stop the clock. Oh man. Johnny Oduya does have that square well enough to stop the Montreal goal attempt effort here in this one. And I did realize I didn't make a mistake in this game. I read Ken Dryden's thing wrong for maybe the first 2 goals of this game. Instead, they should have been saves. So we're just going to leave it as is. And I hopefully will fix it for next time when the Habs are indeed the visiting team. Still to come in this time frame matchup. With that being said, thank you so much for tuning in to Game 2 of this time frame matchup between the Jets and the Habs, as the Jets tied the time frame matchup up at 1 game apiece, winning it 4-2 over the Habs. Here in game number 2. If you like what you saw, a like is very much appreciated. A comment is optional, but please stay on topic and no derogatory language. If you are tuning into this game on the single game playlist for this project, stay tuned for Game 3 to be popping up very shortly after this game premieres. And if you're watching this game on the full time frame playlist, do not go anywhere, because Game 3 will be coming up very shortly after we take a look at the Game 2 game summary presented by your favorite Bitty Beer products. If you choose to drink Bitty Beer, please remember to drink responsibly. As always, it has big taste at a bitty price. It's Bitty Beer. Thank you so much for tuning in to Game 2 of this time frame matchup. Your final score as we head to Game 3. The Jets tie up this time frame at 1 game apiece, winning it over the 76-77 Montreal Canadiens by a final score of 4-2.